Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the leadership book I reviewed for the executive book summary called The 8 Dimensions of Leadership: DISC Strategies for Becoming a Better Leader. The leadership model is based on the DISC model, which is a tool that helps individuals assess which of the several behavioral styles describes them most accurately. There are 4 main styles: dominance, influence, conscientiousness, and steadiness. What is important to remember is that people tend to favor one or two styles, so an individual can be a DI or a CI or a CS. The authors of this book then overlaid the leadership model over the DISC model to create 8 leadership dimensions that follow the underlying behavioral patterns of an individual's DISC. To help demonstrate this, I will show you how it works with my DISC style and my corresponding leadership dimension. I am a CI, which puts me in the southern hemisphere of the DISC. After reading the descriptions of the 3 dimensions at the southern tip, which are deliberate, humble, and inclusive, I decided that I am a humble leader based on the description of my tendencies, my strengths, and weaknesses. Again, what is important to remember is that people will fall under one primary leadership dimension that exemplifies their leadership behaviors. However, they will probably use qualities from all other 8 dimensions at times. The goal of this book is to encourage leaders to discover their primary leadership dimension and to learn the psychology and motivations behind their style. They are then encouraged to decide what leadership development they require and to use the lessons from the book to develop these. Leaders are called to adapt to situations, and reverting back to one dimension that they are comfortable with doesn't allow you to be an effective leader. The tagline on the book is, "Don't be a one-dimensional leader." The book is well organized into 3 parts. The first part explains the DISC model and explains the overview of each leadership dimension. Part 2 is a deeper dive into your primary dimension so you can understand your tendencies. Part 3 is focused on the lessons from all 8 dimensions. The authors combined lessons or strengths from each dimension with interviews from actual leaders from each style. Within each chapter, there are 3 lessons, a suggestion on how to implement the lessons, and an action plan to help you get there. It is a very practical guide. The book aligned with some of the approaches in Northhouse's book. It approaches leadership from the trait approach as well as some aspects of the skills approach. I find it aligned most closely with the situational and behavioral approaches. For example, by expanding your leadership dimensions, it enables a leader to better adapt to the situation they are faced with. In terms of the book's usefulness, I feel if somebody hasn't yet heard of DISC or doesn't have a DISC profile, this book might not resonate with them, although they do provide a website for more information on an assessment. I found the concepts will be something I will apply in my work situation. I would recommend this book to colleagues, especially ones that have a DISC profile already. I think it is worth checking out so that you can understand yourself as a leader. Thanks for listening.